What's going on YouTube? Marcus Crockett back with another video. I'm just trying to get my shot right. I just got my truck back, so I'm trying to adjust everything. But anyways, like I've had a certain level of success within the cleaning industry, right? And for people that are in the industry, a lot of them would want to obtain the level of success that that my company's had. But like even where I'm at right now, where I sit today, I don't always get things right. Like it's still a learning process for me too. I still have parts of my system that I need to fix and that I need to correct, and we don't always get it right. Last I don't know, it was sometime last week, I got an email from a pretty nice size client that we were servicing, and they basically told us that they're going to end service. And me doing my due diligence, I'm like, I kind of want to know why we're ending, like what's going on. If we're ending, then that's fine, but on my way out, at least let me know what's happening. Is it a budget thing? Is it a service thing? And through me asking, it was service related. So I'm like, okay, service related. This is something that I can learn from. So we agreed to close things out by the end of the month, and we'll just be done. So I got the staff out of the account, so they're no longer working in there. I put new staff in. It's just going to be for the next 2 weeks. But our communication wasn't once they said that we're done by the end of the month, I was like, okay, no, don't worry. Now I still have an obligation on my end that I have to fulfill. So I'd already made the preparations to get the current staff out, put new staff in, but I didn't communicate that to the client. I'm under the impression that we're going to follow the contract, and the contract states that we need a certain amount of notice, and we will fulfill our end of the deal up until the contract is ended, which would be the end of the month. So I don't say anything to the contact person. She's actually she's the CEO of the company. I don't mention anything to her about it, just because like we already have paperwork in place that says that we're going to do this. So long story short, she messaged me yesterday like, hey, I haven't heard back, like, are you guys gonna keep working until the end of the month? Or I'm like, yeah, of course, we'll go ahead. So anyways, I pull out those contractors, because they're subcontractors that was doing it, and then I put in some seasoned staff that I have. And when they get there and they're looking over the account, and they're like, man, this is essentially going to be a deep clean. So long story short, it ended up being a deep clean because the subcontractors that were in there weren't doing their job, so we lost the account. But I look at things differently. So it wasn't only that the subcontractors weren't doing their job. Me as the owner, I wasn't doing my job, which is in part making sure that the subcontractors are doing what I say that that they're doing what we agreed that they were going to do. And part of that comes in with making sure that all of my audits are being done, making sure that we're constantly in communication. There has to be a constant communication between us and the customer on if anything is out of place or messed up or whatever. And there is communication, but this just lets me know that I need to put things in place so that everything flows a lot smoother, because there's no reason why the account should look that bad. Like I saw some pictures, and it wasn't like one area was bad. It was just like overall, it was a lot of, it looked like it was rushed. It looked like it's been neglected. If I was gonna come in and do a walkthrough on the account that I was servicing, that my company was responsible for, I would be able to get it, because there's so many areas where it was just neglected. So I'm not mad at anyone. I'm just saying that I look within our system, and it needs to be perfected. There's a piece in the system that's broken, and as owners, it's up to us to be able to diagnose what's wrong and then fix what's wrong, right? So that's what I mean when I'm saying, like, I don't always get things right. I'm not always on my A game 100% of the time. The goal is to get things running as smooth as possible, and then through your system completely automate things. I'm not 100% there yet. Yes, we have a lot of accounts that I don't have to service, but just because you're not doing the work does not necessarily mean that it's automated. What needs to be, there has to be a schedule set in place for all of my accounts to make sure that audits are being done, make sure invoices are being sent out, make sure when customers are running low on supplies, they're able to be notified, and then so that way the accounts can be replenished. As many things as I have to, the more things that I have to touch, the more things that I have to do, means that the less automated the account is. Yeah, so the labor part of it I'm not doing, but the other things, I still have things on my shoulders that I have to, ultimately I'm responsible, but some of the things I do have to do, right? And this just lets me know that, my system right now, it definitely needs work. The good thing about building from the bottom to where I'm at now is I know the areas that I need to fix, right? I know what areas need the most attention, and it's not a hard fix to do, but it's an expensive one. This account was it's about $35,000 a year that we just lost due to something so small as to not doing follow-ups, not doing check-ins, not doing inspections. So just don't think like just because you see me or other people on YouTube talking about the success of our companies or the growth of our companies or the expansion or whatever it is, whatever topic or area of interest, that you're looking at on YouTube and you hear someone talk about, like, there's still always going to be something to conquer. There's always going to be a new level to get to, something to aspire to. And just because someone's making a certain amount of money or their business is doing a certain amount of thing doesn't mean that they have every single aspect of everything figured out. Like, I got that bad news last week, and then I took my family to the beach over the weekend, and we just stayed at the beach, and then I was working on some other stuff that involved the business. I really didn't know how bad the account was until yesterday, but every weekend don't look like that. Every weekend is not sitting on the beach with your laptop and working on marketing strategies or whatever the case is. Like, don't let anyone tell you, like, once you make 6 figures or once you make 7 figures, like your problems with your company is gone. Like, nah, in a lot of the cases, you're gonna have more things to deal with. You're gonna have a lot of your system just got to be on point. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, and I can honestly say, like, my system works good, but it still needs maintenance. There is things that I have to maintain, and there's things that I have to fix. Like, you look at it like you can buy the best car in the world, but you buy a Mercedes, a BMW, whatever it is that you into, you buy the top of the line car. At some point, you're gonna have to take that car in and get an oil change, or some point you're gonna have to fix a shock or you know what I mean, an ignition switch. Something's gonna go out on the car. You're gonna have to get your tires rotated. There's something that you're gonna always have to do. So it doesn't matter how well something is or how good something performs. At some point there's gonna be setbacks, and there's gonna be things that you're gonna have to go in, reevaluate, fix, so that you can get back on the road and keep moving. You know, this is just an eye-opening, expensive fix. You know, this is like I said, it's about a 35 I don't remember, it's like 35 or 40,000, something like that for the year. But that's expensive. You know what I mean? Like that money right there was helping change a lot of people's lives within the companies that, you know, that I'm in. You know, I'm able to do a lot of things with that money. But you know what I mean? With that said, it's a learning lesson. It's an expensive lesson. And it just tells me that, yo, I need to tighten up. I need to tighten a lot of things up. In the spirit of that, in the spirit of continuing to grow, continuing to grind, continuing to stay focused, continuing to build, you know what I mean? Like, I know that I need to take a step back, adjust some things, tweak some things, and change some things. But yeah, guys, I just wanted to tap in real quick, let you know what's going on the last couple of days. Things will get better. We just picked up another account. Actually, the first day of service is today. I got like 5 or 6 other accounts that's probably going to close this month. So things are still moving along. Things are still going really, really good. No complaints in that area. It's just, you know, we got to tighten up. But yeah, man, I just wanted to tap in real quick, touch base, let you know what's going on. But yeah, guys, like I say, I'm always dropping jewels. Just make sure you're in position to pick them up. You do that by liking, commenting, and subscribing. My name is Marcus Crockett. I will catch you in the next one. Peace.